Hey, Legal Gangstas, this is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer, and I want to share these statistics with you all really quick, and then I would like to share one other thing before I end the video. Let's get started. Following decades of overcriminalization, between 70 million and 100 million Americans, that's 1 in 3, now have some type of record, criminal record. So that means if you looked at 3 people standing in a grocery line, picture it, 3 people standing in the checkout line at a grocery store, at least one of those 3 people have some type of criminal record. A criminal record can impact every aspect of life, as nearly 9 in 10 employers, 4 in 5 landlords, and 3 in 5 colleges use background checks to screen applicants. And we will not even mention for those individuals who are trying to get homes or home loans or automobiles or automobile loans or grants or things like that to start their own businesses. Most entities screen applicants by conducting background checks. It's just as much as they do checks for your financial status, credit checks. That's what I'm trying to say. Just like they do credit checks and background checks go hand in hand these days. Okay, people with criminal records are half as likely as other job seekers to get a call back from an employer. And if you have a criminal record, you know this to be true. And most likely, unless the job is a felon friendly job, you won't get a call back. Nearly half of all U.S. children now have at least one parent with a criminal record. So that means if you see 2 children standing outside of a school in the morning when you're dropping off your children, grandchildren, neighborhood children, etc., if you see 2 children standing outside of the school, at least one of those children have a parent who has a criminal record. The barriers associated with parents' records have negative consequences for children's cognitive development, school performance, and employment outcomes in adulthood. Please let that sink in. Because just like a criminal record impacts the individual who has the record, it also impacts the family and especially the children. People with criminal records who have remained crime free for 47 years are no more likely than the general population to commit a new crime. And actually, for those who do have criminal records and they have been crime free for this period of time, they really don't want to get in any more trouble at all. And it even gets better when these individuals have expunged their criminal records, cleared them, or sealed them. Recidivism declines steadily the longer an individual remains conviction free. And if an individual is going to reoffend, they typically do so within 3 years. In a petition based record clearance system, just 6.5% of eligible people successfully get their records cleared. 6.5% of eligible people. In Texas, Harris County, Houston, yes, we are a petition based record clearance system. And out of all the people who qualify to expunge their criminal records, and when I say expunge, I'm speaking of either sealing or clearing their records, only 6.5% of these individuals file paperwork to do so. when a great majority of people qualify. Okay, on average, the wages of people who receive expungements increase by more than 20% within the first year, and that's within the first year. Excluding people with criminal records out of the labor market, the U.S. economy loses an estimated 87 billion dollars per year in lost GDP. So every time someone chooses not to hire, not to employ someone who has a criminal record, is millions, billions of dollars being lost. Now, let me say this because I know there are other people outside of Houston and Harris County who tune in these days. So, most states have some type of remedy to seal or clear a criminal record or your criminal record at this point. You must be proactive to get in touch with the courts. You must be proactive to get in touch with your district clerks, your district attorneys for the county, borough, whatever it is that you reside in. Now, let me bring you back home. Let me bring you home to Harris County. Listen, Harris County, and please listen well. Now, there's three things that can happen when you all start pressing to expunge your criminal records. And I'm specifically saying this to you all right now because I need you all to start talking. Don't let pride hinder you from talking about criminal records, because I'm telling you, it's deadlining our society. I hope you all remember I just said what the statistics are. If you see, what is it, 1 in 3 Americans. So if you see 3 people in a grocery store checkout line, out of those 3 people, one of them has some type of criminal record. You see 2 children standing in front of a school building. Out of the 2 children, one of them have at least one parent who has a criminal record. This is worse than disease. Disease statistics are even not this high. This is bad. So we need to start talking. I need you all to start sharing. And listen up, Harris County. 3 things that could happen when you start discussing this discussion. First and foremost, you can find out if you have a criminal record. And if you have that criminal record, you can begin the process of getting it expunged. When I say expunged, I mean either sealing it or clearing it. That's the first thing that could happen. And that's a great thing all by itself. But then, since we're a community and we love our city and we love one another, let's move on to number 2. So, the second thing that can happen is, instead of having to file petitions for some offenses, some convictions, some just however the law states it for the offense that was committed or for whatever the charge is, some of these can now become automatic, where there does not have to be a petition signed. Right now, we have no automatic um, um, expungements, record sealing, record clearing. We don't have any of those in our state, even though there is there's a section 411.072 that says automatic non-disclosures, but they're not automatic because you still have to file a petition. So this way, you start the discussion, we can start getting some laws passed. So once a person completes whatever their sentence is, if it's a deferred adjudication, or if it's a community supervision, or if it's a straight probation or conviction or whatever, some of these things can be automatically sealed. Okay, so one, just
This is what a heart attack looks like. Easily
came
check your
up.
heart rate.
You can file your petition and you can get your expungement just done. Secondly, excuse me, number one, you can file your petition and get it just done. Secondly, we can get some of these offenses automatically sealed. And thirdly, we can have a whole workforce created just to handle this matter. Because if enough people start petitioning the courts, they are going to have people. They're going to need people to handle these matters. So this will open up a whole workforce just for this. And Harris County has and I'm going to say it's a law. I will post exact information for it in the description. But Harris County law says that they cannot ask an individual about their criminal history for employment purposes. Kind of like a ban the box thing. So this would open it up even for people who have criminal records to get employment helping other people expunge their criminal records. So please, you all, please help me to get the discussion started so we can get our city moving, get these burdens of criminal records off of you all's backs, and just make our city a better place. It's already a great city, but we can make it even better. The fact is, when you have a criminal record, it limits all opportunity from housing to apartments to schooling to getting loans, starting businesses, opening bank accounts. It's a barrier to everything, which ends up making it's like a sentence to a lifetime of poverty. But we can change some things. We can change a lot if we start working together. We start the discussion about criminal records and stop letting it be a taboo thing, or stop being so full of pride until it makes you feel like you're less than because you have a criminal record. I say this all the time to any and everyone I encounter. It's only by the grace of God all of us don't have criminal records, because it's not hard to slip one time. It's not hard whatsoever. But that's not what this is about right now. So think about what I've shared with you all, and please let the discussion start. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so right now. Please follow, and whatever you all do, share, 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 share. Leave some comments in the comment area so we can get the discussion started. Okay? We are far more powerful than what you all can think. But it's only by us coming together when we begin to change things and make things better for our city. All right. Okay, legal gangsters. Again, this is Sean Lacey, aka Miss Officer, and I'm signing out. Bye bye. Love you, Houston. Bye.